Alright, hey, how's it going, everybody? So I got the new saw in the mail, so let's go ahead and open this up. I haven't opened it yet, I just undid the sides already, but I have not opened this whatsoever. Alright guys, you're gonna see my first reaction to this thing. Oh man. Well, as soon as I take it out, it's gonna give it away. But I mean, here it is, guys. This is what we're building. We're building the Jonsered 520SP. So that's the saw. It is not another home light, and it is not a Husqvarna. But so this is something completely different than what we've done so far. This is, I don't know the year exactly. I think it's a mid-80s saw. Let's see. It's got some like information on it or something. So just, what does it say? Some basic information on it. Turns, clean, dirty, good parts. Yeah, everything that we said, it said it was. So, yeah. You're gonna notice immediately some issues with the saw. But this is why we got it. I mean, this is exactly why we got it. So it's missing some parts, guys. It's missing some parts. This thing's actually in pretty this thing's gross. It's got a lot of this junk on and everything. Clutch. But did we get the oh man, here are the roller bearings, but I don't think it came with the internals of the clutch, unfortunately. So we are gonna have to look. Yeah. Ooh. Oh man, guys, you talk about this thing is in rough shape. This is gonna be some. We are gonna have a time with this saw, guys. I tell you what. Got it for super cheap. We got a bolt stuck on here. We got a ton of work to do on this saw, guys. I mean, I got to break it down, inspect it, see what we have to do on it. But the hard part is going to be finding parts for this thing. I tell you what. But I'm excited for this. This is a super different build than a home light. Completely different case. It's a little bigger, but hopefully it's a little easier to work on than the home light is. But I like how this saw. Oh, I wonder if there's fuel in here. Hopefully it was drained. Gotta check that out. It doesn't smell too bad, so I think the fuel was drained adequately. Yeah, finding parts for this saw, I think it's going to be a pain in the neck, but I think it's going to be worth it. I think we can make a real quality saw out of this thing. Just reading online and stuff, it seems like people like these things. I like the case. I think the case looks pretty good once it's all together. Again, it's way lighter than the home light, at least for right now. I like that. Obviously, it had the brake too. So we'll have to see what kind of shape the brake's in. Yeah, guys, this is going to be a fun build. So first thing I'm going to do is break this down. We're going to go just part by part and inspect everything to see what we have to get. Obviously, I know I'm going to do the basics like fuel lines. It needs a carburetor because it doesn't have a carburetor. There's nothing on the top. So I think the flywheel, it turns. I mean, so let's turn this, guys, and see. I mean, it's a little, it feels like there's something scraping, just my initial impressions. And this thing is not screwed down, so it's going to move because I want to test out. I got to feel the bearings. I think the flywheel appears to be intact. It's got the hardware on there. magnets look good. It doesn't have the ignition coil on it. We have to find the top end for this too. Yeah, I just have to look at the bottom end and see what kind of shape we're looking at. The piston, we're gonna know a little bit before we take it off here, but the ring isn't seized, which is good. It can spin, so I think we'll be able to keep, the ring looks fine. The piston really looks okay, guys. Like the top of the piston looks like obviously it just has your buildup on there, but we can get that off. Okay, this side we do have some scoring on the piston, for sure. On the side, yeah, there's some scoring. Yeah, so we might have to, I don't know, we'll see, guys. But this side has, you're not gonna be able to see that on camera. Only one side does, so something must have got in there at some point. Yeah, we might be able to salvage it though, because the top, around the top of the piston looks fine. So it might not affect compression. So we may be okay salvaging this piston. I don't know. We'll have to see as we look at it further. First things first, I'm gonna take this apart, clean the parts, and just kind of see what we have to do, guys, to turn this into a really good saw. I knew going into it, it's going to be a lot of work, and I have to find the parts. And this one, I'm not going to be as stringent on finding OEM Jonsered parts, guys, because I just can't find them. The only cylinder that I found for this saw that wasn't, from another part saw was from out of the country. So I'm not gonna wait for. It was like 2 months shipping. I'm not gonna do that. So I might find a big bore kit for this and see if we can do that. Otherwise, I might look around and see if there are equivalent alternatives from other Jonsereds that I've been finding. I don't know. We'll have to do a lot of research on this saw and see what kind of carburetor we can put in this. Finding the parts manual has also been a little bit of a challenge. I think I found it, but the part numbers don't seem to be. I can't find them. So we might just have to do a little salvage work on this saw, guys, and kind of mix and match the parts to get this thing to run how we want it. I think that's really what it comes down to, right? I want to do this how I would like it to run. So we're gonna probably put a different carb in there. We'll probably put a different top end in there. I'll try to keep. I gotta look around. I gotta find the right ignition coil. I gotta look at the gaskets. Obviously, I'm expecting to have to buy. Well, I do have to buy all new gaskets. Not expecting to replace the lines, obviously, and then I have to see. It looks like there's no ignition switch here. I don't know what this does for oiling. And if it does do oiling, it did not come with the oiler. So we'll take a look. There's a lot of things we're gonna have to do with this saw, guys, but I'm very excited to start this. This is gonna be a real neat saw. This one looked like it got some. This one looked like it got a decent amount of use, but not. It doesn't look like it got too much. I think this thing just was parted out. I don't know. Not sure, but yeah, guys, this is it. So it's a Jonsered 520SP. If you want to look that up and do any kind of research or anything like that. Let's see if I can. Yeah, this is going to be a real nice looking saw. So I'm excited to work on a Jonsered. It's kind of a little more. I feel like it's a little more obscure. I know they got bought out by Husqvarna, so I think there's some similarities between some Jonsered models to Husqvarna, but I think that this was pre-merged with Husqvarna, I think. That's where I'm at. So I've heard good things about these, so we're going to see if we can make a quality running saw. It looks like it's got some anti-vibration features, but we can't really determine that until we get the air cover and then the top end cover like this. So that'll be the biggest unknown in terms of the anti-vibration stuff, because the home light has anti-vibration, but it really does. That thing rattles around like crazy. If you use that all day, yeah. I used the Husqvarna after with it's like a new one, and it was like you don't even feel anything. And I feel like the home light, because it really doesn't have any anti-vibration stuff that like works as well as new stuff. It doesn't feel as smooth, just because you feel so much more of the internals moving. So we'll see how this one interacts. We'll see what we can do to this one. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna have tons of content coming on this soon. I'm gonna have parts coming in. Yeah, I'm excited for this. All right, guys. So, all right, everyone, take it easy.